Have you ever wondered why there are so many different ideas about God, even though we all live under the same sky? It's like we're all wearing different glasses, making us see the world in our unique way. This variety in beliefs is not just about who God is, but how we understand life itself. We'll see how 5 major religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, paint their picture of God. Before we continue, please consider subscribing. Let's start with Hinduism. Imagine walking into a vibrant market where every stall offers a different flavor of ice cream, each one representing a unique aspect of the same sweet treat. This is a bit like Hinduism, a religion rich with gods and goddesses, where each deity offers a different flavor of understanding the divine. But at the heart of this bustling marketplace is the idea of Brahman, the supreme reality that's like the milk base common to all ice cream flavors, essential and unifying. In Hinduism, Brahman doesn't appear as a single figure but manifests in various forms such as Vishnu, the protector, Shiva, the transformer, and Devi, the mother goddess. Each deity represents a facet of Brahman, showing that the divine can be as multifaceted as a diamond, reflecting light in many colors. Digging deeper, Hindu philosophy introduces a concept called Advaita Vedanta, which suggests that at the soul level, everyone and everything is connected to Brahman. Imagine the ocean and a drop of water. Though they seem separate, the drop is part of the ocean, just as our souls, known as Atman, are part of the universal soul, known as Brahman. This idea teaches that beneath our differences lies a deep unity. This belief system influences daily life in profound ways. For Hindus, seeing the divine in everything transforms ordinary actions into sacred rituals. From the way they eat, work, and interact with others, to practices like yoga and meditation, every aspect of life is an opportunity to connect with the divine. Historical and contemporary figures, like Mahatma Gandhi, have drawn on these teachings to inspire their actions. Gandhi's commitment to nonviolence and justice was fueled by his belief in the sacredness of all life and the interconnectedness of all beings, illustrating how ancient beliefs can guide modern actions. Next is Buddhism. Picture yourself in a quiet, peaceful garden, a place for reflection rather than a playground for activities. This garden is Buddhism, a path that focuses on finding peace and enlightenment, not through seeking out a god, but through understanding oneself and the world. In some branches of Buddhism, like Mahayana, there are figures known as bodhisattvas. Think of them as wise friends or mentors in the garden, not gods who created it. They're there to help guide you along the path, showing compassion and offering help to those working towards enlightenment. At the heart of Buddhism are the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, where the Four Noble Truths explain why we experience dissatisfaction and how we can overcome it. The Eightfold Path is the route marked on the map, guiding you through practices like right understanding, right intent, and right action, leading towards inner peace. Meditation and mindfulness are the tools you use to navigate this garden. Through meditation, you sit quietly, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, like watching leaves float down a stream. Mindfulness is about being fully present, whether you're walking on a path, eating a meal, or speaking with a friend, fully appreciating each moment and action. Buddhism's approach has profound psychological implications. It teaches that by understanding our minds and reducing our attachment to fleeting desires, we can find a deeper sense of happiness and peace. Islam is third on the list. Imagine standing in the center of a vast network of rivers, all flowing from a single source. This source is the concept of God in Islam, known as Allah, symbolizing the unity and singleness of a divine presence in the universe. Islam teaches that Allah is like the sun in the sky, always there, overseeing everything with wisdom, power, and kindness. Allah's qualities, as shared in the Quran, are like rays of light touching every part of life. He knows everything, can do anything, and cares deeply for all creatures. This understanding shapes how Muslims live, guiding them to act with justice and compassion. The 5 pillars of Islam are like the main currents in the river system, guiding Muslims in their daily lives. These include declaring their faith, praying 5 times a day, giving to those in need, fasting during Ramadan, and making a pilgrimage to Mecca if possible. Each pillar is a step towards living a life aligned with Allah's will, helping believers to navigate the complexities of life with a clear moral compass. Community prayers, especially those held in mosques, are like gathering points where all the rivers meet. These moments strengthen the bonds between Muslims, reminding them that they are part of a larger family united in faith. Mosques serve as spiritual homes, places where the community comes together to worship, learn, and support one another. Fourth is Judaism. Imagine finding an ancient tree in a vast forest, its roots deeply embedded in the ground and branches stretching up towards the sky. This tree represents Judaism, one of the oldest monotheistic religions, with a belief in a single all-powerful God who is like the sun, constantly nurturing and giving life to everything beneath. In Judaism, God is seen as eternal, having always existed and always will, much like the horizon, always there no matter where you look. God is the creator of everything, from the smallest leaf to the vast galaxies. And yet, he is not distant. Instead, he has a personal relationship with his followers, like a parent to a child, guiding, loving, and sometimes even disciplining. The Torah is like the tree's trunk, supporting and feeding the entire structure. It contains the laws, stories, and teachings that guide Jews in how to live a life that is morally and spiritually aligned with God's will. Reading the Torah and following its teachings is like watering the tree, essential for its growth and health. Jewish life is rich with traditions and practices that celebrate and honor this relationship with God. The Sabbath, or Shabbat, is like a weekly pause, a time to stop working and enjoy the beauty of creation, reminding oneself of God's role as the creator. Holidays such as Passover and Yom Kippur are like the tree's annual growth rings, marking the passage of time with reflection on freedom, forgiveness, and renewal. The last religion on the list is Christianity. Imagine walking through a garden where different streams converge into one pond. This garden represents Christianity, a faith centered on the belief in one God and the teachings of Jesus Christ. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit make up what Christians call the Holy Trinity. Symbolizing a complex but perfect unity within Christianity, the core of Christianity revolves around the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Picture a bridge connecting 2 sides of a chasm. Jesus' life and sacrifice are that bridge, offering a way to cross from a life of separation from God into one of closeness and connection. His resurrection is like the sunrise after a dark night, promising new life and hope for humanity. The Bible acts as a map in this garden, guiding followers through stories, teachings, and parables that illuminate the path to living a life in alignment with God's will. Church services and sacraments, like baptism and communion, are like the garden's gathering spots where believers come together. Baptism is the ceremonial entrance into this community, symbolized by water that cleanses and renews. Communion is a shared meal, remembering Jesus' Last Supper with his disciples, reinforcing unity and connection among believers. Psychologically, Christianity offers a sense of belonging, purpose, and hope. Subscribe if you liked the video, and there's another one showing on the screen.